Hello, everybody. This is Drew Thomas here. Now, as you all know, I love going to Six Flags St. Louis. I love having fun. I love making new friends. I especially love, the amount of people that come from around the world and, just like to come across my YouTube friends and such. I really think that it's nice to meet new people and people that I don't usually see around my town because, St. Louis is a pretty big city, so people of different race or religion all come to Six Flags, and it's a lot of fun. However, there are some things that just really get on my last damn nerve. Like, seriously, there's a lot of things that just get on my last damn nerve at Six Flags. And one of these things are certain guests. I'm going to be going over these guests and I'm going to be explaining about why they are, mean. So, some are mean, some are just annoying, some are just, you know. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first item on the agenda is Velcro children. Ah, yes, whenever you have a child, every parent wants to be the favorite. However, in families, there are no such thing as favorites. I sometimes can't stand it whenever a child is, you know, crying, and it's because their parent is either on a ride that they can't go on, or it's you know, they've just had a long day and they're tired and they want to be with a certain parent. Now, my youngest niece was a Velcro child. Like, anytime when she was a baby, she was separated from her mother, she would cry. Anyway, one prime example was that video you saw of me while riding the Six Flags Holiday Inn shuttle. Like, sometimes there are children that just cry for a long time and they just don't even know why they're crying. But yeah. However, Velcro children are just about anywhere. There's always the daddy's girl or the mama's boy, and they're always craving that attention from that certain parent. And when they're away from that parent, because they're small children, they cry. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about Velcro children. So, as you all know, I like to film at Six Flags. However, last year I had an encounter with a shutterbug. What is a shutterbug? Well, it's basically people that don't like to be filmed or don't like to be, seen on camera. And whenever they are, they decide to have a bone to pick with these guests. Like, they're just trying to start shit with them, trying to get them kicked out of the park, or demanding that they have the clip with them and it's deleted. Like, bruh, if you don't want to be in the shot, just stand out of the way that I'm filming. And if I do accidentally film you, so what? If you're wanted by the FBI, turn yourself in. If you just don't like seeing yourself on like social media or YouTube channels, then tough kumquats. Deal with it. So I mean, you're already going to be seen in probably promotional items by Six Flags, so they literally state it in their policies. Plus, filming is not that bad unless you're like filming on a ride. Then it's a problem at Six Flags St. Louis when you're like filming on a ride, particularly roller coasters. The only rides that you can film on without getting in trouble are Colossus and the train. But that's because they're slow moving, and it's not like you're gonna just lose your phone on it. But with like fast moving rides or rides with copyrighted material, yeah, that is understandable. But for goodness sakes, if you don't like being on video, then just don't get in the shot. Anyway, some of those shutterbugs also kind of looked like one of my biggest least favorite Six Flags guests, or any theme park guest. Jocks and idiots. There are a lot of jocks and idiots out there, keep in mind that they are still children. They are like some are sports players and they get really excited for the sports event, so they decide to celebrate at Six Flags St. Louis of all places. Which that's understandable. I mean, Six Flags St. Louis is a good place to have a party and stuff. Anyway, um, the kinds I don't really like are the kinds I like to ask for number or personal information, and also and also for well, and also for when they're saying "I love you" to a person, or like for goodness sakes, it's weird. Now, I'm not trying to sound homophobic or anything. I respect the LGBTQ community, although I don't do pride stuff because, well, I don't believe in, making it such a pretty big deal. However, I do respect that. I do respect people's choices. Anyway, and I think it's great that there's like pride festivals and stuff because, well, it's the same reason that there's, well, train enthusiast meetups or, well, brony conventions or whatever. And so people can share their interests and stuff. Oh yeah, I've actually got squirted by one of those water cannons, and they will get you wet. Same thing for the Thunder River water cannons, although um, those aren't operational anymore. I mean, in 2023 they were. That's where I can purchase some tokens, and I put it into the coin operator, and yeah. Just a second, folks. If I see one more comment about Ernest the Engine, I will block you. Do you understand? Enough. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Jocks and idiots. Like, I personally cannot stand it when people are acting stupid and, well, just treating rules like they don't exist. Some are rule breakers. Some will just, jump the fences, or some will cut in line for some instances. But yeah, like for goodness sakes, cutting in line is not the way to go. I get it. The line is long. You want to get on your favorite ride. But cutting the line just makes it worse for you and for everyone else. Because now a whole bunch of people hate you for what you did for cutting in line. Anyway, it's just annoying how people just misbehave on Six Flags. Like, I get it. You're excited. You want to have fun. You're excited for your big game. So you're partying at Six Flags St. Louis. You want to go on your favorite roller coaster. You want to just treat the day like it's young. Anyway, now let's talk about some certain children that I don't like. Sometimes when I'm walking throughout the park, there'll be like those kids that'll just run in front of you or just, almost run into you or almost knock over whatever it is you're carrying. Like whenever you're like carrying a tray of like drinks or something or your food, you're just walking, and then a kid just runs in front of you. Then you bump into the kid probably gets knocked over, and you probably lose your food. And then to make matters worse, the kid starts crying because of their own stupidity. Yes, I do like South Park. Anyway, for goodness sakes, if you don't want to get toppled over, walk. Walk in the park. And for goodness sakes, hold your parent's hand. And if you're a parent, hold your child's hand. Like, your child is literally running around the park, causing mischief and mayhem. It's just uncool. Like, it's perfectly natural to have fun. If you want kids to run off unsupervised, if you want your kids to run off while you're supervising them from a distance, take them to the Bugs Bunny Fort Fun or the water tower thing in the Bugs Bunny National Park. Take them to an open area, but like in a walkway. For goodness sakes, hold your child's hand. Like, just the other day, me and Wyatt were walking throughout Six Flags, and then some kid just runs up and almost crashes right into me and Wyatt. Me and Wyatt were pretty pissed off with that kid. Like, it's just annoying how, kids are misbehaving. Sometimes there's just a whiny brat kid that just whines because they want to go to a certain thing, they want to do something, and well, they can't do it because something is keeping them from doing it. You see, there's a phrase for that matter, and that's you get what you get and you don't raise a fit. Anyway, thankfully those are rare at Silverdale City. Same thing for the jocks and idiots. But well, yeah. I'm still definitely not a huge fan of like kids that just run in the person's way. Sometimes like when I went to see Lilo and Stitch, this is a completely unrelated topic, unrelated to Six Flags, but when I went to see the Lilo and Stitch live action movie, there was a kid um there was a kid that was just climbing on the seats, making noise, and probably blocking a few people's views. Now that was just disorderly conduct, and it was distracting me from the emotional moments. Like I almost cried, but it was hard to whenever there was like this child that was just treating the recliner seats in Regal like it's a fucking jungle gym. Supervise your kids, parents. Otherwise, don't have them. For goodness sakes. Anyway, now on to another topic. Wrestlers. This happened to me back in 24, but while there's like these kids that were just wrestling and they were just getting my way. I almost tripped over them and I was just like, dude, like I cannot stand it when people are wrestling throughout the park. If you're going to wrestle, at least do it in the parking lot or at least do it outside of the theme park. But don't do it in the middle of the walkway. Maybe in a dining area like the Midwest Pavilion, for instance. Although I'm not going to bring Midwest Fun Page and stuff like this. But yeah. It just annoys me how there's like wrestlers and stuff at Six Flags St. Louis. Not to mention the other guests I've talked about. It's just annoying. Well, folks, now that's all the way. Let's bring on some guests so they can share their experiences with, well, theme park guests or any guests for that matter. Later, but well, I can only have like 10 guests per streams, but yeah. Oh, that happened to me during Haunted Mansion. There was also a kid that just jumped up onto my seat. I believe that also happened during oh, here's Chase.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep. Talking about guests. Annoying, silly guests that you do not want to deal with.
Pretty much.
Yep, I've definitely got some stories to tell about that.
Yeah, especially the aforementioned guests that I mentioned up here.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw my comment, but there was this one lady in the saloon that had her flashlight turned on the whole time, and I was like, really? Really? When it's dark? It was really annoying me.
That's happened to me at one point during a show in Miss Kitty Saloon, where there's like this old woman behind me flashing her flashlight or something. She was like filming and flashlight was just really distracting. I was so tempted to just pull up my flashlight and shine it in her face. Like
That's what I was tempted to do, but I didn't.
There's so many things that you just want to do to these theme park guests.
I'm just like, well, you can think about it in your mind, but you can't actually do it.
Pretty much. Anyway,
but you really want to.
Yeah, you pretty much just want to like if you have a crying child, you just want to you just want to strangle it by the neck and tell it to shut the fuck up. That was basically me. I was like, oh man, I want to just get up there and just tell that child, shut the fuck up. You're not going to see your father. Shut up and enjoy the ride. It took everything in me not to just yell, shut the fuck up on that shuttle. because there was just so much noise going on, and I was already stressed out. I mean, I understand from the kids' point of view too, because it, 'cause, I mean, it was a hot day. It's past their bedtime. They're tired.
Oh,
That's why. That's probably why the kids are emotional. They probably want a certain parent.
there's
And
one type of guest you forgot.
oh, it's that.
Line cutters.
I think I mentioned this in Jocks and Idiots, but well, I will mention it here. Line cutters. Anyway, so I removed him so I could talk about line cutters. This this didn't really happen to me, really. Although I accidentally cut in front of someone at the train station. I didn't know the line ended there, and he was like, "Are you with them?" And I was like, And he was like, "Because you're not cut in front of me. Get to the back of the line." And I looked at the back, and it stretched all the way to Colossus, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm leaving this park." That was when I got called out. It's the same day for when I was, you know, dressing up as the Terminator and holding that toy gun. But anyway, yeah, line cutters are just annoying, especially because you get close to the ride and then someone just has to cut in front of you. Thankfully, thankfully, this doesn't happen to me, but if it does, I'm gonna be pissed. Very pissed. Um, I believe I have got cut in front of for Looney Tune meet and greets. Like I would get pretty close, but then some kids run up to Bugs, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. I want to get my picture with Bugs Bunny. But yeah,
Okay, am I allowed to be back now?
yeah, you could tell me about your experience while we're at it.
Okay. Well, the line cutters I really don't like is the ones who have a trailblazer or a fast pass, and they still try to cut that line as well. I have seen it at Silver Dollar City multiple times.
Yeah, thankfully that hasn't happened at Six Flags.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it. Sorry.
I just remembered recently. I guess it was like a family, and the members just were doing something, and they just cut in front of us at Justice League. Like I didn't see them leave, so well. However, I just assumed that they were family. But I was like, they just cut in front of us. But yeah,
Hmm.
I was supposed to on Angry Thomas because, well, this person keeps asking me for a Ernest the Engine thing, and I'm just like, shut up about Ernest, please.
Anyway,
Okay, I don't hate Ernest, but well, I'm annoyed that he's literally asking me to do the same thing over and over again. Like if he keeps asking me, like I don't do requests. I've never done requests, and I never will. So let's just say if I did do requests, I would have a lot to do. I would probably have to quit my job to take these requests. Plus, a lot of these requests are for silly reasons, like some person asked me to do a cover of Rainbow Connection, but with Pomni from Amazing Digital Circus, in which
nope,
I just lied
that's
to
brain
him.
rot.
Yeah, I pretty much lied to him saying that I would, but I didn't. I lied to him so it would shut his mouth. Yeah, in my opinion, I do think that Amazing Digital Circus is brain rot.
Yeah, well, it wasn't at first, and then now it is.
Yeah, people are turning into brain rot. Like that.
They're turning everything into brain rot. Let's be serious.
Like there's Poppy's Playtime, there's Sprunky.
Yeah, Sprunky.
My sister had to make. My sister's actually making a whole dictionary for stuff. She even included Minecraft movie quotes like Flint and Steel, Chicken Jockey, Steve's Lava Chicken, and also included Ohio, Skibbity, Riz, Sigma, Yacht.
That stupid toilet with a head in it.
Yeah, like why do people find that entertaining? Like it makes no sense. I don't get why it's funny.
I mean, I'll be honest. I played Sprunky myself, and I can see why it's an interesting game, but I don't understand why we need to turn it into brain rot.
Yeah, and plus some can argue that Yeah, some can argue that happy tree friends could be considered brain rot, but I don't really consider it brain rot because,
Yeah, I
well,
don't really consider it brain rot because it doesn't have drawings of the characters that look really weird. Because that's always what the thumbnail looks like. That's always what the stupid thumbnail looks like.
yeah. Yeah, they totally don't have that in Happy Tree Friends. They totally don't. Yeah.
Mostly.
Well, I mean, there are some fetish people, some that are also denying that they're fetish people, but I hate to
Yep.
break it to you, but you kind of are, because I mean, when you're constantly making stuff like this and you find it amusing, that's kind of fetish. I mean, then again, for all we know, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Johan, just to warn you, the conversation. Oh shit!
What happened?
I
What's
just
wrong?
accidentally blocked Johan. Oh my gosh, not again.
Why do you keep accidentally blocking people?
Okay, Defender, aka Johan, I'm sorry, that was not meant to happen. I'm going to head to your channel right now and unblock you. I'm so sorry.
Fix him, Drew.
Sir, please say something. Quick, anything. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. What have I done? Oh dear. Man, I fucking hate this new StreamYard layout. It's so fucking stupid. Like, honestly, how do I downgrade? How do I downgrade StreamYard? Because this shit's getting old. Oh, okay, he's back. He's back. I still don't understand why StreamYard just had to do that. Like, why is StreamYard looking so weird now? I don't even know how to fucking work this thing.
Wait, do you have the app for StreamYard or no?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have the app. When I streamed, it went fine.
I have the app actually. I just,
Oh, I just use the web version. I don't even bother. Even though it tells me to, I don't bother.
Yeah. I don't get why StreamYard is making such crappy updates because, well, now I can't play video clips.
Don't you have to buy buy StreamYard to make it do that now or something? So now no more AI images or no more.
You pretty much have to get a you have to get a subscription for premium.
Right. Sorry, I was just asking about the things you can and can't do.
That's okay. So what have you realized? Hopefully it's nothing to do with our R-rated conversations about certain things, which I'm not calling anyone out because I mean pretty much every community has that. It's Rule 34, guys. Rule 34
it is. If it exists, there's art of it.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I guess in all fairness, I don't know. I have no idea what we were talking about. Anyway, back to the subject on hand. So,
I was talking about line cutters.
Yeah, line cutters.
And some that I ran into.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this.
Yes.
Sorry.
So some of these guests are entertaining though because, well, one time I was on the train at Six Flags and there was just like this group of people trying to get the engineer to blow the whistle, and after the engineer did, all of a sudden the guy just jumped the Batman fence and started running towards the train.
Wait, what?
Yes, that actually
I think you told me this story before.
Yeah. Which I totally get because it's such a funny story. And I love how they really stopped the train and the guy just ran towards the Flash Pass entrance of Batman after he jumped the line. he just went through the flash pass entrance to escape. Oh no, wait. I think he still, or maybe he went back in line. I don't know. No, I think he went through the flash pass entrance. And while there's like
Yeah,
this person at the flash pass entrance, that was just
good old Flash Pass.
yeah. I just saw the other comment, but I saw this comment first and decided to show it because yeah. Okay, so basically what happens is that they put all the buttons close to the show on stage thing. They put all the buttons close to it. So because I might accidentally delete a comment or put a user timeout or ban user, but I don't star comments like this. They should be starred. People deserve a hand. They deserve to be starred.
Do
Like
you fat finger it? Is that what happens?
basically. Okay, I'm gonna let Atlantic in so he can shut the fuck up. Because Atlantic is spamming me to get him into the stream. Anyway, so, well, folks, you're about to see a guest you've never seen before here on Drew Thomas. He just.
I hate kids that cut in line.
Me too.
Yeah, I had this one on powder keg last time, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? Being an idiot.
Yeah, I'm surprised that there is no guests doing discussion things yet. I haven't ran into them. Like, guests like to spit off of rides or, just, I don't know. Which another thing, I did have, however, witnessed someone vomiting on a ride. Anyway, oh wait,
Ooh.
I've had him here before, but here's again, this time he can fucking talk. Here's Atlantic Rail Productions.
Hello, Atlantic.
Yeah. He's the guy.
I can't hear him.
Me neither.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear him.
Oh, yep, I heard him.
Wait, you can hear me?
We are fairly popular. I mean, we're not Thomas Creator Collective popular.
Yeah.
We're not
Atlantic
popular
is.
as Unlucky Tug, Cardi, or anyone else.
I wish we were. I love Unlucky Tug.
Yeah, we are not as popular as them. Like we're popular, but we're not that popular. We're not like Mr. Beast popular. I'd say
Also,
we're
Atlantic.
like classic SML popular before he made it lame.
Also, Atlantic is the creator of our Roblox game, Hamilton Creek and East Valley Park Railroad.
What the fuck was that?
What was that?
But yeah, he's also selling me some Tom's Attention stuff. Yes, I do know Trampy. I especially love how in the video of the Misty on Rescue reaction, like I'm surprised I wasn't the only one who found it funny. But well, there's like this Barry's talk about how what if Tim the Sheds was alive, and he would say that it would sing lullabies and say goodnight to all the engines. He first did like an average British accent voice, but then he did like a Michael Brandon style voice.
Oh, Atlantic
first
left.
voice, yeah, the first voice was like, "Oh, good night, Thomas. Good night, Henry." And then the other voice was like, "Good night, everybody." And I was like, it sounds exactly how a CGI Thomas would sound. A CGI Thomas character. Oh, I think he's backstage. Yeah.
Oh, did you put him in timeout or something?
No!
Oh, there he is. Never mind. Oh.
That reminds me of that, oh my gosh, communism thing that I did on a stream in the past. Damn, I wish I can play clips. I might get StreamYard Premium today. I'm not sure. Just so I can play that clip. But anyway, honestly, though, I might just upload it. Basically, what happened was there's like this Elmo Dance Man on the Moon thing. I was reacting to it. And then they put they put the Russian flag in the background, which is a communist country. And so I had Thompson Percy turn to the camera and say, "Oh my gosh, communists! Stop the video! Stop the video!"
That's a good Thomas voice. Stop the video! Stop it, Percy!
Yeah.
So no more AI videos unless you get StreamYard Premium.
Yeah. As for the Joy to the World, the ride was closed. I'll have to save myself instead of playing the clip. But the clip's funny. I want to play the clip. Thank you. You too.
Joy to the world, the ride was closed.
I'll get that off before.
What if you play an image of it? Or a GIF of it?
I can't do that either. Like, yeah, I know it sucks ass, but yeah,
Poop.
poop indeed.
I'm playing the Roblox game, by the way.
Well, there is one video clip I can play. This 30-second countdown. We're not going to watch that, though. Who wants to see
We're
that?
not going to watch the whole 30 seconds.
Yeah. Unless if people want to.
No.
Okay. Anyway, it's on notify. Anyway, so I'm gonna be heading up to the road to get this Thomas stuff. But while I'm not gonna work on the railroad, I might go for a train ride. But I'm probably not gonna work on the railroad. I still might bring my steel toes and my rule book just in case if I change my mind. But while right now, I don't think I want to work on the railroad because of.
Question, Drew.
Yeah.
Are you part of any model railroad club like Wyatt is?
No, I am. I'm pretty much just my own community. I don't really do clubs anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Although I did try to audition for a couple plays because I was still in my theater kid phase, but I broke out of it by the time the dark ages of Easy Railroad started. Which
Atlantic, you still need. Yeah. Atlantic, you still need to remove the fourth coach or one of the cars on Wyatt's train.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, I'm just kind of silent.
You might want to put your mouth closer to the mic. Not that close! Oh my gosh. Can someone put a timestamp for that clip because that was funny.
Yeah, we'll have to after the stream.
Yeah, I think it's around 32. We'll have to remember that.
Yeah, around 32 minutes.
Hi.
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 I wish CNO was on stream with us.
I'm pretty sure he watches my channel, but I'm not sure. I try to keep it easy railroaders only.
What'd you say? You muffled.
I think he does watch my channel, but I try to keep my stream easy railroaders only. Atlantic is an exception because he is a guy selling stuff to Easy Railroad, so he counts.
And he produced our lovely game.
Yeah.
That I cannot drive my
Hello,
train for some
Nicholas.
reason.
It's good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah.
What is Atlantic doing?
Crack.
What the fuck? Yeah, dude.
At least we finally got rid of that one guy on this game.
Oh yeah. I'd rather not think about that again.
Sorry. Well, you weren't even a part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
Only
I should have just
partially.
stayed out of this, although he was kind of hurting my friends, so I kind of had to step in.
Me and Wyatt took care of him, though.
Yeah.
Says that I would want, but the kid is not mine.
Wyatt suggested we do a live stream of the game at some point.
Oh, we should. As soon as I get my computer, and as soon as I get Roblox on that said computer, I will definitely do it. But right now I am saving for that computer. I suppose I should explain the release date of my movie. I'm thinking about releasing my next movie on Halloween. Oh, Hudson's here.
It's True Thomas the Movie 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Hudson, thank you for your lines.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just have to
he
get my lines. Oh my gosh.
yeah he said you should hear his voice acting. Drew Hudson's voice acting is really good.
He voices for me, so I know his voice acting's good.
Yeah,
Of course.
it came out way better than I thought it. When I heard Wyatt's, I was like, okay, and then when I heard Hudson's, I'm like, wow.
And also,
yeah,
Hudson's watched a lot of Thomas and Friends, so yeah.
I mean, hell. I mean, I literally gave him the same accent as Ulysses, but I made him sound younger, so yeah. Trying to
To kind
tell
of
them.
differentiate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hudson is voicing a Bachmann B&O 440, which is a beautiful steam engine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I
Drew.
guess,
Yeah, I still need your lines though.
what?
What'd you say, Drew?
Some guy just mentioned me in a video and entitled it Cheese Police and said that I requested it.
Wait,
The fuck I
what?
didn't. I did not request something called Cheese Police. Like, what?
Wait, you asked for cheese, please?
No! I didn't!
Why the heck did you ask for cheese,
Dinky
please?
cheese, please.
Some person, I guess, thought I requested them a video. I did not!
Oh
Thinking
yeah.
of a different Drew Thomas. Maybe
Wait,
it was that comedian.
Wait,
that
is
I
it you
saw
or
that
a different Drew Thomas?
There's many Drew Thomases. Like there's the one fat comedian that talks about weed, and there's the producer of The Conjuring, Drew Thomas, and then there's me, Drew Thomas. Those
I
are the
guarantee
three
you.
most notables.
I guarantee you, there's only me. I guarantee you, there's only one me.
And there's only one me. Well, there may be more Hudsons out in the universe,
I
out
mean,
here in this world, but still,
there
with
were
this
also
username, only one me.
there was also those impersonators during the YouTube Troll Police era of Drew Thomas.
Tommy G. Robinson.
Yeah, that was like before the Dark Ages, even. That was like during the time that I was starting to start my channel and when I was getting ready to make my movie. Which, speaking of movie, I'll be recording some interviews for the second movie soon. I still need to finish the interviews for the first movie, though. I've got White Glovers. I feel like it's just gonna be me and White Glover because we're the big go-to guys for the second movie's interviews. It'll probably be me, White Glover, White's Train World, and maybe I'll see if Hudson wants to.
Yeah, since basically, despite me having like a bit of a big role, well, not like a big role, but like some sort of role as voicing Ulysses, but I didn't actually was able enough to record my interviews.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Yes, partner.
Yeah, when I first
Indeed.
saw Ulysses' name, I couldn't pronounce it right, which is why in the movie you hear me pronounce as Ulysses, which eventually my mom corrected me after production. She was like, "It's Ulysses, by the way," and I was like, "What?"
Why didn't you say that while I was filming?
I just pronounce him as Ulysses or something like that.
Like it was hard for me to pronounce it. I was like, "What the fuck does that say?" They use big names. I mean, back then I called Charlton Tandy Cartland Tandy, Carlton Tandy, and then eventually it finally clicked. It was Charlton Tandy. It finally clicked, and I was like, "Oh!" I looked at it closely, and I was like, "Oh wait, it's a ch. That's a ch sound." The only easy ones that were
Word
easy
whammer.
was,
Every letter makes a sound.
I mean, I also pronounced Emerson as I used to pronounce Emerson as Emerson.
Emerson. That would have a Z.
Emerson.
Yeah, I used to butcher a lot of names.
You know, well, I did mispronounce Well, not only did I mispronounce Ulysses' name, but I did mispronounce like Mary Meacham's name. I just pronounced as Mary Meacham.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that was in the first episode. I remember that her first appearance, which was
Because
also the
I'm
first
slow
time
and
I met
steady.
Pierre French. Originally, Pierre was just going to be this like this fancy sounded person, kind of like Alec Baldwin's portrayal as James. But eventually, I decided, wait, Pierre Laclede is a French name. I'll make him French. That's more funny. Because there's a lot of funny French characters. Like there's the French peas from VeggieTales, and then there's Le
Le
Frog from
Floc.
Flushed Away. And so I decided, okay, I'm pretty much going to base his French accent and his personality off of those characters. However, he doesn't speak complete French. And don't tell him I said this, but he's actually French Canadian, not Parisian French. I don't know if I should tell him that yet, but well, yeah.
I am the French and
So many people, think he's funny, and I'm glad.
I like the come to bed with me joke.
What about
Yeah.
dinner? We'll leave in 5 hours.
Oh man, I put that reference in the first movie. Now the most prominent references I wanted to do for my movies was I wanted references from Flushed Away, and I wanted references from Shrek 2, and I wanted references from like a lot of great movies. I still can't believe I got Dolly Parton to cameo in my first movie. She was on the caboose at the Frisco's in Cuba.
Sweet Mary Joseph. Sweet Mary Joseph.
I love Frisco's in Cuba.
Yes, it's a fun place to be.
Oh, by
I-
the way, today I saw an HO scale recreation of Cuba. Kind of.
That's pretty cool.
Except there was no Frisco's building.
There's actually this daycare center in Cuba called the All Aboard Learning Center. Have you seen it?
I think I have seen it somewhere.
Well, I used to go to that when I was a kid, and that was like before I started. Like the main reason why I went there was because the school I went to didn't have a special services class yet, so I pretty much went there for the special services stuff, and then I would go to the PM classes I would do in preschool. Then I went to kindergarten, and then I stopped going all aboard pretty much.
My old daycare used to be right next to a set of train tracks, and then they tore the building down. It was that same crossing that you and Wyatt came over when you came to my party.
Oh yeah. But yeah, one of the people that went to that daycare center actually went with me to school for all my life when I was publicly schooled. Which I was only public schooled for when I was in preschool and kindergarten. Then for first, second, third, I was in homeschool. Then for fourth and fifth, I was back in public school. But fifth grade was a living hell for a lot of people. So my mom homeschooled me in a more Christian environment for sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. And then finally, I was going to finish strong in Bourbon High School, which that was the school I went to. I went to Bourbon schools, which Bourbon is the town that I definitely do not like anymore. Mostly because a lot of the people there suck. Not gonna use names, but yeah.
I would prefer if you would not use names.
Yeah.
To not point blame on any people.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that's left of my old daycare is just a tiny piece of the fence because it was a shared property, so they weren't allowed to tear down that piece of the fence.
Yeah.
So there's one little spot, one little piece of fence.
Huh.
Other than that, there's nothing. The building does not exist.
Yeah, thankfully that daycare center's still around, which everything's still there, the playground, the building. Nothing's really changed. I've seen a couple pictures and almost everything looks exactly the same when I left it when I was a kid. Like I remember a lot of stuff. Now some of the people who work there don't anymore, But well, yeah, I do remember those people. It's a shame I don't get to see them anymore because, well, I don't even know where half of them are. Ironically, while I was working, my old middle school principal actually saw me in the drive-through.
Oh, at McDonald's.
Yeah, not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored.
Bum.
Yeah, I will say that they brought back the snack wrap, and so that was like an item that so many people were looking forward to.
Why not sponsored?
A lot of people do that so they can avoid like royalties or something from like
Yeah, because copyright and all that stupid stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I have featured McDonald's Happy Meal in a few videos, mostly in Mark, Thomas, James, and Percy Watch the THX logo, which is probably one of my longest THX logo videos ever, and also the only one that's stylized like a Drew Thompson Friends episode, or like a Thompson Friends episode anyway, or like how my other videos were styled.
How come you like the THX logo so much?
Because I'm from my childhood, and well, I remember it on a lot of my old favorite movies like Monsters Inc., Toy Story, Finding Nemo,
Yep,
Cars.
I remember it on Monsters Inc.
I mostly remember it for Toy Story. No joke.
Yeah, and
My favorite
so
was the Moo Can.
yeah, right after Toothy, I might just make these next few THX logo videos off of like Easy Railroaders if they want. Like, who knows? I might do Hudson watches THX, or I might do Chase watches THX. But remember, only Easy Railroaders. Do not request to be blown away by THX, or you will be slaughtered. Not really.
No, he's gonna slaughter you.
No.
Yes.
Go
Oh,
back
that's
to the
saying no to this
jungle.
comment. Dismantled gorilla. I don't know if we should have a dismantled gorilla on my stream. That would probably cause a lot of mischief and mayhem.
I'd rather have King Kong here.
I've already had a lot of mischief and mayhem from all these Six Flags guests that I have right
Does
here.
Tommy G have a number or letters on his number plate?
He has letters on his number plate, just the initials T and R. You can see a
Okay.
close-up of it on the bridge where Justice League is.
Okay, just making sure. I'm trying to build the number plate for Minecraft right now.
But you do know that the Zooline engines do have like numbers on their cap sides and such.
Yeah,
You said TR, right?
yeah, TR.
Okay.
I'll probably have to send you what the bridge looks like because it has the same initials that's seen on Tommy G Smokebox.
Oh, I
So
haven't even started on
Oh.
detailing the track. I'm trying to get Tommy himself finished first.
I wasn't talking about the track. I was talking like the name or the where his nameplate's supposed to go on his Smokebox. That now has
Oh,
his
okay.
initials.
Then never mind.
Yeah, which if the TR is too hard, you could probably do like the number 6, obviously, because that was his original number.
Yeah, his original number was 6. Was that before Little Rock had a move? Or no?
Yeah, that was before Little Rock had to move, but around 1990, around 1993, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, I don't know, but well, around around the 1990s, they switched it to TR because well, that was when it was called the Tommy G. Robertson Railroad, when the park vice president Tommy Gene Robertson retired. Ironically, he died on my 16th birthday, or 17th birthday, actually. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, which in which for my 17th birthday, that was when I went to see Thomas and Friends Explore the Rails, which was this traveling exhibit. It traveled to the Magic House, and so I decided, well, I haven't been to the Magic House in a long time. Maybe we can all go. And so not only we did the Thomas thing, but we also sat on the musical chairs. We climbed on the leaves. We didn't go into the static electricity room though for some reason. yeah, we did the construction site. We did a few other things. And then after we left the Magic House, that's when we went to see a play of Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory with my cousins in it. And that's when I had dinner, and my mom got me The Simpsons. That's how The Simpsons came to Drew Thomas, by the way. Oh, hey, Atlantic's back.
I was eating dinner.
Ah, I see. I think I see. I think I might know why he's talking quietly. Because he's afraid his mommy might hear him.
Bro, what?
Oh wait, never mind. I heard him.
What?
But yeah, don't show me anymore. I want to be surprised. By the way, because so far I'm excited for the road. Yes, guys, Birdie's actually going to run on road. Now, if only I had a level crossing. Unless. Oh, that would be exciting. Oh, but probably not. I'll be
You
happy.
need a level crossing.
Yeah, the only crossing I have is just a take-along crossing gate and a Brio flashing light signal. But I don't have like a Trackmaster crossing. There was a Trackmaster crossing that existed, and it had it was basically like the Silverdale City crossing, or the crossings you see on Tom's and Friends, where when you press the button, you could it pretty much let the road vehicles go, but whenever you didn't push the button, the train would just go through. Or I think it might have been an automated crossing. I know for
Yeah.
sure that Tomy had automated crossing gates where
Yeah, Tommy had an automated railroad crossing.
yeah, they had like a couple variations. One with flashing lights every time the locomotive went onto the pressure plate, while the others were just simply the gates. And as soon as the locomotive went onto the pressure plate, the gates went down and they would be blocked until the train cleared.
You're not going to buy the Japanese variant.
Well, let's face it, a lot of the Tomy stuff, especially Tomika World and like Playrail, that shit's expensive on eBay. It costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But I remember there was like this crossing stuff I wanted when I was a kid. When I saw the Tomika stuff being advertised on TV.
Is it
And it was,
Tomika or Tomika?
I think either way is okay, but most people call it Tomika World because
Yeah,
it was
that's how it's usually pronounced.
Oh,
because it was
in a
called
commercial, I heard it pronounced as Tomika.
Oh, same. Same thing from when I was a kid. It was that same commercial. It might have been that same commercial because, well, I remember it being called. I remember them saying Tomika or something like that, and I was like,
Yeah.
Tomika!
yeah. And then when I heard it on the Tomika World video, I was like, wait, is it Tomika or is it Tomika World?
When I heard it, it was like Tomika with trains, buildings, cars, and people, or something like that.
Takaratomi.
Oh, have you seen the advertisement
Send
for the Departing Now, Thomas?
I don't think I have. I did have a Trackmaster Knapford Station, although you could probably assume that, well, it's gone now. I don't have that Trackmaster Knapford Station.
No, the Departing Now was a completely different series from Tomy and Trackmaster.
Huh. I did not know that.
It was very similar, and you waved a magnet over top of their roof in a certain direction, and it would make them move forward or backwards.
That's cool. Okay, one set that I do remember is like the big loader sets, which it's basically is now there's an average truck variation and there's a Thomas variation, but basically the vehicle carries these plastic balls towards a hopper and they dump it in there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then while the other engine or whatever collects the balls and
It's usually
it
person.
gets dumped into like this thing, and then eventually the vehicle switches to like the bulldozer, which for the Thomas sets it was Thomas loads the stuff in the hopper after he collects it from Terrence, and then and then Percy collects it and then delivers it to Terrence, and then it repeats basically. It was a pretty simple set, though, still amazing to look at. Plus, you could connect. Plus, you could connect it to like bigger sets, like there's Big Loader and Post Office Delivery, or something like that.
I never had a big loader, but I wish I did.
Oh, they were fucking cool. I wonder if there's like an All Engines Go version. Hopefully
No,
not.
there is not. There
Thank
is
God.
not.
Oh, thank God.
It
I
goes
mean,
to show how much you really hate All Engines Go.
well, I mean, it's also worth noting that um, the whole Bigelow set is also not how a real engine would behave. Because I mean, yeah, it's pretty much this power units that just collects the vehicles shells. Like it will have Thomas, and then it would switch it to Terrence. But yeah. Plus, there's no way that he could just. Plus, there's no way that his coal bunker works like a dump truck. But nobody cared.
Sorry.
That's okay.
There's no way his coal loader works like a dump truck.
Oh man, I'm starting to sound like the Reverend Audrey himself. He hates it when stuff are unrealistic for his show, Tom's and Friends. Like, especially the episode Henry's Force, that really pissed him off. He didn't like how close the trees were to the line. He didn't like how Henry stopped on the main.
He's a rivet counter.
He can't do it.
That's what we call them in the model train world. We call them rivet counters.
Oh, so like people that only prefer things to be realistic as possible.
Yes. So it's as if they're counting all the rivets on a freight car or an engine.
I think I may know a rivet counter at the railroad I work at. Not going to use names, but yeah.
I'm planning to join the St. Charles Model Railroad Club and run some of my engines up there on their layout.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm a rivet counter, although I sort of break all laws of physics in Drew Thomas. Like sometimes I will have like an all just go moments, but I don't have to where like they use their arms, they stretch out their arms and legs and use them as hands.
So you do it more Chuggington-esque.
Yeah, I do it more Chuggington-esque because sometimes I'll have it to where like Thomas can do something, or like Edward can turn on a remote control or something like that. But in all fairness, this isn't. I'm not trying to be like. I'm not trying to be overly realistic because I mean, I have talking animals in my series.
Yeah.
So therefore, realism doesn't matter.
Technically, it would be realistic because the talking rabbit in Magic Railroad.
Well, yeah, for Magic Road standards, because yeah, there are talking animals because there's like the talking rabbit, which, far we know, it probably doesn't talk. Well, unless you watch the Magic Road parody, then yeah, it does talk.
Gone Fishing Rabbit.
He does right though, and I do have rabbit characters come to think of it because there's Bugs Bunny from Six Flags, which is from Warner Brothers and Looney Tunes, and then there's Cuddles from Happy Tree Friends, and then there's Judy Hopps from Zootopia.
I might just do a 6 as Tommy G's number if I can't get a TR on it.
Well, I mean that was his number. He was the number 6.
Yeah.
Which why he and Percy are close friends.
The thing I need to figure out is how to do the like the colors of it, because I haven't messed with that yet. So for now, he's just black. He's just a black steam locomotive.
Yeah. Basically my universe, the island of Sodor is like a toy world because that's how Magic Railroad does it. They treat it like it's a toy world. Like, the engines don't need drivers, which I still have drivers in Drew Thomas because, honestly, I still want to keep that realistic, but I don't want to be like a rivet counter where I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna have it to where there's gonna be no magic. The engines must all behave in their ways. I mean, the only exceptions are the Tommy G and the Zooline engines because I don't have models of them. I mean,
Not yet.
Now. Yeah.
I say not yet because the HO model is close to finish. It just is missing its tender pickups.
I feel like I might start wearing my Union Pacific hat when I work on the WFP because, well, honestly, as much as I love to be Mr. Conductor, I'm not an actual conductor yet. So I feel like when I start training, I'm gonna wear my Union Pacific hat.
Just buy like a WFMP hat or something.
Well, that too, but well, I've noticed how Wyatt and Joe wear Santa Fe hats, so I feel like I should
I
wear.
used to too. I used to wear Santa Fe hat too.
Yeah, so I thought, why not wear hats given to me by that? Because one of my sister's substitute teachers, his husband, is like a railroader, and so he gets like all sorts of Union Pacific merch, and he gave, and so he pretty much got me like a few Union Pacific hats. One of them was an engineer's cap, and so you'll probably see one of those when I work at the WFP. Maybe because I don't want to always do the Mr. Conductor look, because, well, it is true that I pretty much embrace the fact that I'm Mr. Conductor, but, well, that doesn't mean I always have to be Mr. Conductor. I mean, look at him on Shining Time Station. For the Christmas episode, he was the lumberjack.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he even sang the song that he's a lumberjack and he's okay.
This is your shining time.
Yeah, plus, Alec Baldwin, aside from being Mr. Conductor, he has a couple of characters I played. He was a boss baby. He was also that one villain from the Cat in the Hat movie that a lot of people hate that I love.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
He also voiced a lion, and he voiced a killer fish named Dennis, and he also voiced Santa Claus. It's hard to tell though. He sounds more like Antonio Banderas when he's voicing Santa, though. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Rise of the Guardians.
Okay.
I'm currently going to do a test run of the Minecraft Tommy G. Robertson.
Very cool. I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. I for one am pretty excited about this model of Tommy G. Robertson. I really want to see videos and pictures. I need to get Minecraft Bedrock Edition from my computer. I don't care how much it is, I'm going to get it. I mean, I know I'm going to get Roblox, and I'm going to get Cyberlink Power Director. So get ready for some real railroading fun. Because, well, I'm hoping to make more longer videos soon when I get my computer. We just had a whitelist stream. I'm guessing he was probably busy with something. I do know that next Saturday he'll be doing the Thresher show, which I'm going to be going with him to that. I've never done a Thresher show before, but I know it's going to have a bunch of traction engines like Trevor from Thomas and Friends. But yeah. Anyway, so let's wrap things up here. So hopefully I can actually fit in at the WFMP instead of just being that one guy dressed as Mr. Conductor. I feel like I should maybe also look into like overalls. Yes, it is true that, well, like that Thomas song says, I can only be me. There's nothing else I can possibly be. I still would love for something that's going to be a lot more comfortable to work in. I also might get some like brighter overalls because, yeah, I've noticed how a lot of these railroaders wear overalls, so why not I do the same? Heck, Mr. Conductor wore overalls in that Shining Time episode when he was a lumberjack, and he's still okay. Anyway, so yeah. Remember, don't be a rivet counter, and don't be like the park guests that I've mentioned, or don't have those park guests that I've just mentioned. If you have a child, make sure that they are with both parents and not just, Velcro babies that just hate being separated from a certain parent. But yeah. Anyway, so this is Drew Thomas signing off. Like, subscribe, share. Good night, and pickle suck.